In this specific video, I'm going to show you how to design and implement an online learning system using the Lightboard. I'm going to be using many different types of blocks, whereby each block represents a specific device that will be building the entire system. I'll also be telling you exactly what the role of each device is within the system, so that you guys can be in a very good position to be able to build your own system, as well as be in a good position to be able to troubleshoot the system should something wrong happens. So on that note, I hope you guys are ready. Let's begin. Okay, guys, please tell me that this has not scared you, huh? This thing that is standing right in front of us. So this is basically the design that I was telling you about, that we will be putting it together. Now, I decided to put this in together outside of this specific video, just so that we can shorten this specific video, because to be honest with you, this is a whole lot of work. If we are going to be able to, if we are going to do this in live, we're gonna make an hour to 2 hours type of a video, because I'll be drawing and explaining at the same time. So hence I decided to do this separately, so that we can be able to discuss it here. Now, let's start. So this being the diagram, this is actually the high-level design of our online learning system. Now, this system is divided into two portions. The first portion is this, there's a dotted line here. So on the left-hand side of this dotted line is our private domain. So this is what is under our control. This is our domain. On the right-hand side, this is the public domain. So the public domain is where the internet and everybody is sitting. So I've separated this into two. Now, what we need to build, we need to design this specific portion, this private domain. This is what we are going to be designing. The internet, there are people who are responsible for designing the internet. We don't care that much about that. All what we want is the availability of the internet. That's fine. So now, let's begin. So let's start here at the bottom. Now at the bottom here, it's me sitting just behind the Lightboard. This is the Lightboard, and this yellow line is actually this Lightboard. So I'm sitting behind the Lightboard and doing all the talkings and the writings. I've got a microphone that is represented by this yellow line going to this specific block. This block is a transmitter. Now this yellow line, it's actually a microphone, is this microphone, and this is a transmitter, is this transmitter. All what it does is just take everything that I'm saying, audio wise, and then send it to the receiver. Now the receiver is sitting close to that camera there. So it's basically connecting everything audio wise to an audio port on the camera. So as things stand right now, the camera has got the video of me and everything that I'm saying. That's all that the camera is having at this point in time. Now, our primary purpose is to take everything that is sitting there by the camera and send it to the internet, so that people who are sitting on the internet can be able to see exactly everything that I'm doing here. If I was teaching mathematics, people from the internet will be able to see me teaching mathematics. So we are taking everything that is happening on this specific board, connect it to the internet. That's basically what we want to do. So at the moment, everything is sitting there by the camera. Now, how do we send it to the internet? Now, this is where this specific part comes into play. Now, this is a video switcher. So the video switcher's role is to connect or take everything, the video and the audio from the camera, and then switch it to either the monitor or switch it to the internet. That's the whole purpose of this specific block. Now, as you can see, there is another block in between. Now, this block is here for a purpose. It's sitting between the camera and the video switcher. Now, the purpose of this specific block, as you can see, it's a converter. So we have a camera that has got video and audio sitting here that needs to go to the video switcher. But somehow, most of the time, you find that the camera and the video switcher are a bit distance apart. If they are closer together, then it's fine. We can just connect them with a single cable. We might not even need this converter, and then that's fine. Provided the port here and the camera's port are the same. But if they're different, then we might need a converter, even if they are in close proximity. But in our case, let's assume that they are a distance apart, and the camera has got an HDMI port only, and the video switcher also has got an HDMI port only. So if that distance maybe 10, 15, 20 meters apart, we cannot use an HDMI directly between the camera and the video switcher, because the HDMI cable has got a maximum length that is allowed to be used to connect between two devices. I believe it's 5 meters, I'm not sure, but it has got the maximum length that is allowed to be used between two devices. So in our case, assuming that the length or the distance between the camera and the video switcher has surpassed the allowable length of the cable to be used for HDMI, then we need this specific converter so that we can be able to still use an HDMI cable here, connect it to the first converter, which is this one. So this first converter is going to convert an HDMI signal to an SDI signal. An SDI signal it's that signal that will be going through a coax cable. So this will be a port that terminates the coax cable, the SDI. It's just a plug, just a connector. So the first converter is basically going to convert HDMI signal to an SDI signal. Now I said the video switcher has got only HDMI port. So this converter is giving us SDI output, which is not going to be able to fit into an HDMI. So we again need to convert an SDI to HDMI so that we can output an HDMI to the video switcher's HDMI port. So we have to get a second converter that is converting an SDI to HDMI. Then we send the HDMI to the video switcher. So now everything has landed to the video switcher. So everything from the camera now is sitting in the video switcher. What can we do? We can either send it straight to the internet or we can send it to the LCD monitor. Now this monitor's purpose is just for me sitting here to be able to see exactly what is it that other people are seeing, even those people that are sitting on the internet, because I don't want to send anything to the internet that I don't know about. So that's basically the purpose of this specific monitor, just so that I can be able to be in charge and in control. Right. Now, I've got this PC here. You remember initially, guys, as I said, we might need a couple of other inputs just so that we can create a very informative or a complex type of a video where we can talk about various things. Maybe we can have an image of a South African map sitting here that we can talk about. We can have a video of something that we want to talk about that is relevant to what we will be teaching. We can have a PowerPoint slide on the same video. We can have all those sources in one video and then be able to talk about them to make sense of what we are trying to emphasize as we are teaching. So that's basically the main purpose of this specific PC, so that it can input various graphics that we want. So now this video switcher has got a couple of inputs that we can use to input all those different sources. So that's the benefit of the video switcher. So that it can give us the option of switching various images or videos or a whole lot of other things, combine them and then produce a very good video. So now the video switcher has got an output to the internet, or an output that we can optionally send to the internet or to the LCD monitor. The next thing is this guy. So there is a connectivity between the video switcher and the PC. This PC happens to be a control computer. Now, its purpose is basically to take everything that the video switcher is seeing. Now, the video switcher, remember, is seeing the video, the audio, and a whole lot of other information that comes into its sources, its inputs. So this PC has got a software that is able to communicate with the video switcher. So this software can be able to extract information related to audio and video and a whole lot of other stuff, And then whoever is sitting on the control PC can be able to see the audio level, the video level, the quality, the sync of the audio. So everything pertaining to the video, audio, and a whole lot of other necessary information can be viewed and be managed here by the control PC. So these things can also be connected to the LCD monitor, the big screen, where some people can be using this big screen to see exactly what's happening. Now, that's the purpose of this specific PC. Now, because we want to send the whole lot of this information to the internet, we need to have, internet is an IP world. So an IP world talks to an IP connectivity. So we need to have some kind of an IP connection and then connect it to a device that is connected to the internet. So in our case, we've got an IP port here and the other one on the PC control. This specific port are going to be allocated IP addresses. So in my case, I've put an IP address of whatever it is, and then .10, this is .50, this is .100. So this is what we call a LAN segment, a local area network, because this is just in our private domain. So this will probably be a private IP address. Now, we take this private IP address and then connect it to a border router. A border router can be a router, it can be a firewall, but it's something that has got, or a device that has got one leg straight to the internet and then the other leg inside our domain. So that's the purpose of this specific device, is to interconnect or take everything from this domain, send it to the internet, and take everything from the internet, send it in our domain. So he is there to make sure that we are securely connected to the internet. He dictates what comes in and what goes out. That's the role of this specific guy. Okay. Now that we have connectivity to the internet, we have sent everything to the internet, we are visible on the internet. So what's next? Now the next thing is we are creating a video. It's a very good video about mathematical trigonometry or something like that. And then we are doing that in the class. So there are a whole lot of other students who want to attend the specific class and they are sitting somewhere out there. Now we send them an invitation and then they can connect via Zoom and then we make a Zoom conference. So these guys will open their laptop and connect via the internet and then voila, they are connected in the class. They are doing the same thing or feeling the same way or learning the same thing that everybody within the class is learning. So the guys who are in the class physically, they'll be looking at this monitor. So this monitor will be sitting inside this one. So everybody will be seeing this specific monitor and that can be able to see everything that the guys on the internet are seeing. So this is our online learning system. Isn't that interesting? Damn, I like it. I think this is super interesting. Anyway, guys, this is the end of our design, and any one of you guys who've got questions, please don't hesitate to send questions to me. I will try to answer as much as I can. And this is not the only solution that is around. There are plenty of solutions that are available. Some are even super complex than this one. Some are even simpler than this one. So there are a whole lot of different type of designs out there. But this, so far, is just the basics, and it's just what I want you guys to be able to understand, that nothing is impossible. So we can take advantage of the Lightboard and design very complex systems that can make our learning very interesting. On that note, guys, I would like to take this moment to thank you for viewing, and then I hope to see you next time.